In this activity, players use their racket to tap back a ball tossed over the net by the parent. This activity introduces sending the ball over the net with the racket and continues to build rallying skills. The player begins at the short position, with the parent a short distance from the net on the other side. I recommend creating a target zone as shown using cones, lines, or any other markers. The player stands with their feet in the ready position. They hold their right hand out in front of their belly button, palm up. They then place their racket in their right hand with the face of the racket tilted diagonally to face the parent. The tip of the racket points slightly to the right of the hand as shown. The player holds their left hand parallel with the right and in front of their belly button. The parent gently tosses the ball to the player. The ball should move relatively up and down as if it were in an elevator. The player calls out bounce as the ball hits the ground and positions their strings behind it. The player steps with their left foot as if they were walking forward, then lifts their arm and racket at the shoulder to tap the ball back to the parent, calling out bump as they do so. The player then returns to the starting position. Parents should check that the player is not flexing at their elbow or wrist to tap the ball. If the player successfully bumps the ball back to the parent 4 times in a row, such that the ball stays inside the target zone and bounces to a catchable height each time, they win the point. If the player misses the ball, allows it to bounce twice, hits it too hard, in the net, or otherwise does not hit it directly to the parent wins the point. Play until the player beats the parent in a game, then move on to the next challenge. On future attempts, challenge the player by having them start with the racket in the full ready position. In the full ready position, the racket should be held with the handle near waist height, with the right hand in the forehand grip and the left hand cradling the throat of the racket, or on the handle above the right hand as shown. When first adding this progression, parents can cue the player through each position step by step, like a slideshow, by saying ready, then low 5, waiting for the player to get into the low 5 position before finally tossing the ball to them. As players become more adept, the parent gives them less and less time to transition before tossing the ball, eventually tossing without any cues.